Welcome back, everybody. My next guest tonight is a Pulitzer Prize-winning author and historian whose latest book is The Hope of Glory. Please welcome Jon Meacham.
Thanks, Steve.
Jon, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Anytime. I always want to spend Monday, Thursday with you.
Now, Jon, you were the editor of Newsweek for years, and this is around the time of year that you guys at Newsweek and at Time would always put out the In Search of Historical Jesus issue. I'm sure it was a big seller.
Right. It was hard to get the interview, but other than that, yeah, it was great.
But as a historian, I want to know about your new book, The Hope of Glory, which is focusing, as I understand, on the 7 final words of Christ.
It was the last words from the cross. It's an old ecclesiastical device to preach on Good Friday about those 7 comments from Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do, all the way through to it is finished. It's really a medieval devotion. I did it 7-8 years ago at our old parish in New York, St. Thomas, Fifth Avenue. And it's really an opportunity on Good Friday to contemplate various elements about the life of Jesus and the meaning of that life through what he said in what is unquestionably the most agonizing pain you can imagine. The cross was reserved for slaves and criminals. You couldn't crucify a citizen in the Roman Empire. And what he managed to say in that moment, and what the church came to believe he said, it offers you this really amazing window into what the message of Jesus was, and as important, what the early church thought his message was as they were facing immense pain and persecution as they tried to hold the church together.
So how are you going to be celebrating Easter with the social distancing going on right now?
Well,
are you changing at all?
Yeah, well, obviously, because we'd be at church.
Some people are going to church, though. Some people are defying it and saying that, no, the church service itself is part of their religious expression and part of their Christian tradition, and they're not going to stop going. What do you think of that?
Being willfully stupid is not part of the Christian tradition. You just don't. Don't do it. The early Christians met in houses. They met quietly. We actually have a chance here to have the most authentic Easter you can imagine. It began when the disciples were in hiding. The disciples were socially distanced because they were afraid they were going to get arrested. We are going to be, in our households, all because we're trying to be safe.
You're a historian and you write about presidents. What do you make of the president's response to the coronavirus pandemic so far? I mean, this is a great crisis. This is a great moment. And in great moments, great leaders rise to the occasion. Do you think that he's risen to it?
No, I don't. I think this is why we have a president. This is why we have a federal government. It's why we have a social contract, that we surrender certain rights in order to be safe in greater numbers. The president is so intent on justifying everything he's done that he's acting more like a churlish monarch than he is a leading figure in a democracy. I
wish more of my guests used the word churlish.
Well, here's what I think. If there were any way to do this, we should have an Avengers team of presidents. If you could
have the president for this moment right now?
The president for this moment would be an Avengers team. It would be Franklin Roosevelt with his sense of hope and his bold, persistent experimentation. FDR, brilliant line. He said, above all, try something. Try a method. If it fails, admit it frankly and try another. But above all, try something. And don't defend everything you've ever done. He also said, I'm like a baseball player. If I can get a hit every couple of times at bat, I'll be in the Hall of Fame. He didn't need to bat 1,000. He knew if he hit 250, he'd be doing all right. So if we could have an FDR, if we could have Lyndon Johnson, who could make the private sector do exactly what he wanted them to do, and if we could have Barack Obama with that devotion to science and fact, if you could have that team in this moment, I think we'd be in a lot better shape.
And Harry Truman for the adamantium clause.
There you go.
Very few people knew that. Would you be interested in writing a biography about President Trump? You've written so many great presidential biographies.
Thank you. The thing about Trump that interests me more than Trump is what he says about us. Why have so many Americans surrendered themselves to this figure of he's weaponized narcissism in a way that I think is shaping all of us for the ill. I really do. And I'm not a partisan, right? I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I live in Tennessee. So when I say I have conservative friends, that's redundant. This is not, I'm George Bush's biographer. This is not a crazy lefty thing to say. As a clinical matter, if we are going to be, as we're supposed to be, driven by reason as opposed to passion, a reasonable person looking at the way the president has acted would find him just remarkably uncommensurate with the task of the presidency. I don't think I could write about him because, first of all, I don't know how much there is that we don't know. But I am interested in why so many of us have suspended our better judgment and our better angels in this moment.
Well, Jon, thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you again.
Thank you, sir. Happy Easter.
Have a happy Easter yourself. The Hope of Glory is available now. The author is Mr. Jon Meacham. We'll be right back, everybody.